For Chinese people, the social aspect of sharing nourishment represents a major part of their culture. 吃饭吗 is a greeting which literally means, "Have you eaten yet?" So food is not simply a way of surviving, but for the Chinese, a way and style of living. One ancient form of Chinese cuisine is hotpot, a bit like fondue in presentation and also known as steamboat. It's a delicious bowl of hot broth with a huge variety of raw ingredients that are cooked inside the soup. There are two important reasons why Chinese people like hotpot so much. Firstly, it's a perfect way to socialize with everyone gathered around the skillet, eating, drinking and chatting. Even better, it combines both a communal and a personal experience, as each diner chooses exactly which ingredients they like the most. Hotpot is a very healthy and nutritious meal, and the heat of the soup is a great way to keep warm in winter and increase perspiration in the summer. Although there's some debate about the exact origins of hotpot, it is likely that the earliest version of this soup food began during the Zhou dynasty period around 1000 years BC. During this era, the bronzeware making process was at its height, and the first type of these pots were called ranlu. The ranlu was a small bronze cooking vessel made up of 3 parts, a stove base with a tray to hold charcoal ashes, and a little movable pot on top. Every diner of nobility and honour at this time had their own ranlu. I recently went with a group of friends to a famous restaurant called Haidilao, originally founded in Sichuan province in 1994. There's a huge choice of food, but luckily I was with 2 Chinese friends who helped me choose. We started by selecting our favourite sauces and condiments. And then the soup arrived. We had 4 different soup bases: onion, mushroom, tomato and spicy. And plenty of exciting protein and vegetables to cook. In addition to delicious beef, very finely sliced, we had white fish, mouli, which is a sort of mild radish, yam, which is a kind of Chinese potato, Chinese cabbage, Japanese mushrooms, tofu skin, leafy vegetables, lamb, pak choy, and winter melon. Each diner chooses which food to put on a ladle with holes at the bottom which allow the broth to flow through and ultimately creates a flavourful soup. At this point, it's time to add the noodles. Noodles are not only something delicious to savour, but they are a lively part of the entertainment at this restaurant. After stretching the dough, the noodles were ready to be placed inside the broth, where we let them cook through. They were so incredibly soft that even with the most experienced of diners, things didn't always go according to plan. One of our group finally resorted to good old-fashioned fingers to pick them up. We all loved our long and sociable afternoon at Haidilao. Eating hotpot must be one of the most enjoyable ways to spend time with friends and family. Hotpot became hugely popular among the emperors of the Qing dynasty, and later the Jia Qing emperor held a banquet at his coronation, which reportedly had 1,550 hot pots. As hotpot spread in popularity through China, distinct regional variations began to emerge, and they remain in place to this day. In the cool climate of the north, the soup base is neutral and mutton is often used as a base for the broth. The humid climate of the south, by contrast, gives rise to a more spicy cuisine, and Sichuan hotpot has become the most popular version, characterised by spicy Sichuan peppers added generously to the broth. With the round pot at the centre of the action representing connection and reunion, the burning fire denoting life and renewal, the general scene encapsulates some of the very best things in life: good friends, good health and abundance. I'm Tasmin Little, violinist, recording artist and culture contributor for the China Current.